cars and more fans. It's just all the better for everybody.
Well, and you think about it, too. If every car brings 5 fans, and we've got 130-some cars, 150 cars.
For Strawberry Cup?
For Strawberry Cup.
I think you'll see more than 1,500 people in the stands for Strawberry Cup.
Yeah, it's going to be nice.
With the parade. Man. Well, here's the have you been watching Facebook? All the stuff. Willamette Speedway would be represented very well in the Strawberry Parade.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I guess I haven't been.
Yeah.
I'm not a social mogul.
Yeah, isn't that Schofield?
Schofield Carts and Parts really putting on. They're gonna have a big float. They do it every year. They load up a whole bunch of cage carts and they get some race cars out there to follow them around through the parade.
Nice.
Yeah, Jim and his wife, they really they work hard to put that whole float together and get the kids together and get their carts up on it and pull it through. So
how long has it been since you've been to the parade?
The parade?
Yeah.
You know what? That I used to love going to that thing. It's been a long time.
Yeah, I went like 5 years back. It was pretty cool. It was hotter than hell that year.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool though. It's always been part of the Lebanon growing up thing.
Right. That's a huge tradition in the community of Lebanon and
world's largest strawberry shortcake.
It is. And I remember as a kid growing up, you go out there and you get your seats and the parade comes through and you get the segment.
There's people putting their seats out there 2 and 3 days early.
Right.
They want their
taping
spot.
off their section.
Yeah,
I remember being a kid watching the cars come through the parade, leaving the parade and going straight up to the racetrack, and the cars are rolling in and Strawberry Cup, and it was the big at that point it was the biggest race in dirt. In the area.
Yeah.
I mean, multiple states, but that tradition isn't dead.
No,
it's
not
just
by
now
no
we've got
means.
so many good races, with the Claire Cup and the modified tribute to Claire, and the Strawberry Cup is just. I mean, it's been the standard for so long, and for me, like it just means. Race season, all the memories, all the nostalgia, and I know for guys like J.J. Irvine, it's the same thing, and the Boyds, and all the people that grew up out there.
Yep.
The Strawberry Cup was like the biggest. Yeah.
Joel just brought up a picture of cage carts on a probably 30-foot flatbed.
Yep.
What is there, about half a dozen or so on there?
There's about a half dozen on there. Folks, if you want to get involved with the Strawberry Cup Parade representing Willamette Speedway,
get your car in the parade. It's not too late.
Take your car.
It's actually
take your
legal
car.
if you drive it through the parade to drive it to the track, probably. If I think it maybe
Justin Evans would.
Yeah, Justin. That car looks like it belongs on the street anyway.
Yeah, no kidding. I love it.
So if you guys want to get involved, parade starts at 11 a.m. on Saturday the 3rd. Get a hold of Jim Schofield.
541-971-8086. 541-971-8086. Get a hold of him. Get it as part of the Willamette Speedway group. Get your car in there and show off your sponsors, show off your car, get
promote
people
the
out
sport.
there. Yeah, get people out there to the track.
I mean, wasn't it last year that oh boy, here we go. My brain's failing. Paul Moses went through with the Junior Dirt Slingers, and they got 20-some new people to the track. New kids to the track. Just come on down. You never know. Help our sport grow. If you can get 2 more people. But if you take your car to the parade, run it through the parade, you get 2 more people there. It's 2 more people that can put into the 50-50.
Right. Well, that parade.
I think you're kind of preaching to the choir here, aren't you?
That parade, though, is a great way to get new people out to that racetrack.
Yeah.
And the more cars they see, the more different types of race cars they see, and you were inviting them out to the track. Awesome thing to do. Now, you just mentioned the 50-50. I want to tell you something that we've been doing. Diebel.
Yeah,
we got the charity car.
Charity car.
We've changed that whole program up as of earlier today. Right before you guys got here, I got a phone call from Dan. Here's what we're doing. Listen to this.
I'm listening.
So last week we had all the charities going on with the veterans and stuff, and it just didn't raise the money that he wanted to. Had a bad week with the car. He broke and had a little help breaking, but he wanted to change things up.
Okay.
So here's what Dan's going to do from now on for the 50-50. He is going to put up a new TV or something, and we're talking $500 to $700 in value here.
Yeah.
He's going to put that into the 50-50.
Wow.
And here's what it's going to do. We're going to draw 2 tickets. So the first winner, when we draw out, has their choice. Do they want to take the TV home or do they want to take the cash?
Yeah.
So whatever they take, the second ticket will win either
what's
the
left.
TV, right?
Right.
Either the TV or the money.
Wow.
So that's what he wants to do, and we kind of came up with a way to
that
do it.
dude is dedicated to the sport, isn't
But here's
he
the
not?
thing. Here's the thing.
Oh my gosh.
That's something Dan and I kind of worked out together amongst ourselves. The track doesn't even know we're doing
You
this
and,
yet.
you and
so-
Dan worked this out with Dan's wallet.
Well, Dan says, "Hey, here's what we're thinking." He goes, "Do you think we can do it?" I said, "Yeah, let's just do it."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Okay." He goes, "Let's go." So, and I know if he's listening, awesome deal, man. I mean,
No
for the
kidding.
knot hole market to get out there, and that dude is. You want to talk about supporting racing,
Dude, he's been out there troweling concrete.
Yeah, he's just a hardcore racer like all of us, but. Pretty cool deal to see him do something like that out of his own pocket, with Knot Hole Market. And so now we're going to have two 50-50 winners every week. One's going to get a TV or whatever Dan puts up. I don't know if it's going to be a TV every week, but there's his video.
Maybe we should talk about that for a second.
That video that we put up actually spurred up a lot of controversy.
It spurred up. How many hits
Oh,
on that
my
thing? 10,000 views.
No. That's no.
That's what it says.
9,807 views.
Excuse
Okay,
me.
but now if you go on that post, okay, let me bring it up over here. I will tell you that number. Let me show you something. Anyway, that particular video, when we mounted the camera over Dan's head, people are saying, "Oh, his head's above the bars." No, it's not, folks. I mean, we've seen this video. We watch Dan every week. We know his head is not above those bars.
We know for a fact.
I want to tell you that video that we posted, Sam mounted the cameras on the car, that has been our most watched video in Moxie history in the 5 years we've had this thing up and running. And I want to bring that up because the numbers...
There it is, right there.
19,276 have seen that. That's a lot of... I mean, that...
And it spurred quite the controversy and debate.
Not so well. Controversy is a big thing of that, but it is really a cool video that Sam was able to get
Absolutely.
from his GoPros. And I mean, what an
Right.
awesome video!
So
it
here's-
gives a perspective that most people never get to see.
It really
Totally.
it does. And you take the top off, you got all that room and all that you can see over the top of the car.
Yeah,
I was glad we mounted.
perfect.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. But if you look at that video, if you guys are watching out there on Moxie right now, if you look at that video, there are angles where it does look like Dan's head is higher than the bars. Again, that is an illusion because of the GoPro. And Sam Pettit, even our video tech, even piped up and said, "Hey, look, that is an illusion. If you look at that, the fisheye that is a part of that camera. If you look at the poles, even the poles are bent up towards the top.
Yeah,
It's the way the GoPro cameras are built. It creates that illusion.
that illusion. Yeah,
Right there, you're looking at the back of the car. I mean,
that was a superb job by Sam. That
Sam's
night.
getting pretty crafty with these cameras.
Yeah, well, he's learning as he goes. He's good at what he does.
He does a great job editing these videos, and he spends. He spends hours putting these things together.
Yeah, and we talked about that when we went to Cottage Grove. He's like, Corey wants me to come in and do the show, and he says, "Man, while you guys are doing the show, you got 3 hours at the show." He says, "I've got 8 hours."
And it's
editing.
true.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm sure.
I would love to have Sam and his personality on this show because Sam he's along that line, that breed of Justin Evans.
Yeah.
I don't know if it could handle a personality like that on the show, but I would love to have him on here. But
you keep it up, and Justin's going to come in and be an in-studio guest one of these times.
I would love to
He's
have
not going to
Justin.
sit on the couch this time.
I would love to have Justin in here one night as an in-studio guest because I think I think things get a little bit wild around here.
A little bit.
But you look at what Sam does on the editing of these videos, and we're gonna do.
You don't
we
realize
do a
what-
different class every week. We do a different drive every week. We've already committed to Joey Tanner for the Strawberry Cup because Joey says, "Hey, I'm coming."
Yeah.
And that's what I love about Joey. We talked about it, his confidence.
Yeah.
Most guys that have had the luck that he's had to this point would be like, "All right, let's just go racing."
One guy you will never put a camera on his car.
Who's that?
Rob Mayo.
No.
You want to bet?
Wrong.
You want to
Wrong.
bet? You want to bet?
I went up to him last time he was here, and I said, "Do you mind?" He said, "Like, no problem."
Now, a year ago, 2 years ago, that might have been true because the first 2 times we put Moxie cameras on his car, both nights he blew an engine. So we didn't ask Rob for a while, but
See, he's already had his engine for this year.
He's not into that superstitious crap.
He's not.
So when I asked him, he was like, "Well, yeah, sure. Why hasn't anybody asked me before?"
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of the feeling I got. It's like,
well, and that's because we stayed away from him for
Right,
a year
right.
because we two times in the same season.
Well, he's kind of intimidating to look at anyway. You know,
he's not a little man.
He's not.
It would be one of those guys you don't want to get angered. It takes a lot to get him mad, but when he gets mad, stand back.
I don't think I'd done anything to make him mad, so I went ahead and asked.
You're good.
Yeah, well,
You're good.
Takes a lot. I was out at the Speedway for 3 years before I said hi to Rob.
Because you're scared.
Yes, I am.
Rob he's a good dude.
He is a good dude.
He's a good sport about things. But Dan Dybel, we went up to him last week and said, "Hey Dan, here's what we're thinking. We haven't really done a serious sport. Over the top view, like to put our cameras on your car." He's like, "Wherever you want."
Yeah.
I said, "Well, we're going to keep them out of your vision. We don't want anything out of your
Wherever
eye.
you want.
Right? Wherever you want, put them
Just
on
do
there."
it.
So we got him on there and got some great foot. I mean, looking out the back. Look at Brian Winkler sliding in right there. I mean, that is some great footage. And to see what these guys do on the track at that level, the average fan doesn't get to do something like this. To see what these guys do, it's
that was
true.
good. You see Barley there?
Yeah, he got out of shape.
Yeah, he did.
But look at these guys. I mean, it's just the speed.
That's a great video.
I never realized
that's as good as it gets.
After seeing this video, I never realized how much steering input goes into these cars.
Oh man.
You go into the corner and you think they're going to be turning the wheel left. No,
they're turning the right.
It's got a whole lot of right into it.
Yeah. These guys they're talented. It is fun to watch these in-car cameras that we're doing, and we're going to do it all year long. We did a great one with Kevin Roberts a couple weeks ago with actually had the camera on his pedals, camera pointing at him, one out the front, one out the back, and
showing the shifter.
Yeah, and I like that. I like that 4-car. That 4-camera view on one car.
Yeah.
We can really do a lot with that. And I don't know if we're going to do 4-on-1 or 2-on-2. And I'd rather have 2-on-2 and kind of, if we can get them racing each other, swap the cameras back and forth. And,
yeah.
Which makes more work for Sam, but Sam does a great job. So.
Well, I think I know 2 cars that we can put them on.
Yeah, there's man.
Another thing. It's not a matter of just putting the cameras on the car.
It's the editing.
It's the editing. It's the turning the cameras on and off.
Right. He has to be there.
Yeah, he has to be there. And like last year at Cottage Grove, he went to turn a camera on a car in the lineup and got told no, cannot touch the car.
Right.
So, it's not a matter of just turning them on, leaving them for the night and coming back to them and editing. There's quite a lot.
And like you said, it's 8 to 10 hours of work a week for him to edit these videos, to put them together the way he does. Right. To put them together the way he does and his time at the track. I mean, he's a huge asset to Moxie, and I can't say how much I appreciate Sam and all the hard work that he's put in. What are you doing?
I was just getting some engine noise.
I thought that maybe that was a hint. Shut up. You know us announcers.
Sorry.
Speaking of announcing, are you guys ready to step up on the mic?
No.
You better start.
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to both of you guys.
I'm watching a video.
So I love that Kevin Roberts video. You guys want to talk about something? Give us a call 503-862-3478. We want to hear from you. We're going to open up the last hour here. 45 minutes left. We have the lines open. You want to talk about something? Give us a call. I want to hear from drivers. I want to hear from car owners and teams. And I'll throw a trivia question out right now. With that, we're going to give away a hat courtesy of Swears Trucking. And you got to get this right because there's a couple answers. But can anybody out there name a driver that has a combined 5 Strawberry Cup wins in 2 different divisions? Can anybody name that driver? And you have to. There's a couple drivers. I'm looking for one in particular because I made it hard. I did this on purpose. I made this hard.
Well,
5 Strawberry Cup wins, to his credit, in 2 different divisions. Not 5 in each.
Over how many years?
Not 5 in each. I'm talking a combined 5, 3 in one, 2 in the other. He's been out there a while. He's not a rookie by any means. And that is not the right answer, widescreen.
What?
That is not the right answer that I'm looking for.
Ooh.
Not the one I'm looking for. We're going to give you a hat courtesy of Swears Trucking if you can get this one right.
Man, now I'm scratching my head.
Look at this. 2 people at the same time hit us up at the same time with the same answer. Todd Miller says Bob Boyd. Larry Baker says Bob Boyd. Both of you guys, that is not the answer I'm looking for.
No?
Nope.
No.
Look, you guys are actually starting to think what's going on around here. No.
That was my next guess.
Yeah, that was mine too. Oh, man.
5 strawberry cups
in 2 divisions.
Yep. 2 different divisions. Not 5 in each.